Rammer Jammer, it's all glitz and no glamour. Welcome to another awesome edition of the Bammer Slammer. We have a great time for you guys tonight. I'm excited about this evening as we're going to be previewing Crown Jewel coming up this coming Thursday. But first of all, I'd like to introduce to you to who I'm calling the Hurt Business 2.0. And if they'll let me be an honorary member, I'll be Shelton Benjamin, if that's okay.
All right. Yeah, I think you look like him.
If you're watching us right now on our Twitch channel, which is livetwitch.tv/SmackDraw, thank you for that. Don't forget to follow. We're actually pushing to get 100 followers by Halloween. We're only about 8 away, so thank y'all so much for all you that are following already. But if those of you that are watching now for the first time, join us, and please do that. We'll give you a shout-out during the show as you log in. Also, if you're watching us on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/SmackDraw Podcast, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click on that bell so that every time we post a new video, you'll get notified immediately. This channel is always cranking out great content from our Rewind show with Kyle and RN's Mute RN rants, which are always hilarious, and of course the Bammer Slammer show. So everything we do is quality, I promise you, so you don't want to miss a single video we put out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell. First off, hailing from the Empire State of New York to my right, he is the voice of the Tristen Law show, where you can be introduced to the personalities in and out of the pro wrestling ring. In addition to being a host and a certified foodie, he's also a talented pro wrestler with a master's degree in the Back to the Future franchise. Welcome for the first time ever to the Bammer Slammer. This is Tristen Law. Tristen, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome, man. All right, so before we go any further, Back to the Future movies. Would you ever be okay with a reboot?
It depends on if they continued the story and not tried to retell the story. But yeah, I'd be okay with it.
Okay, I did read that as long as Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg are alive, the movies will never be remade. So that's we'll wait and see what happens after that. But I'm hoping they don't. I think they're perfect. So I don't think I would touch them.
It's actually on Doc, so you can watch 1, 2, and 3.
Right. Absolutely. All right. Down across diagonally from me, he's also from the great Empire State of New York. He's a must-watch pro wrestler making all kinds of waves on the independent scene. He's the current territory champion. And sorry, John Morrison and Seth Rollins, but you ain't got nothing on the Drip King. Welcome back to the Drip Drop Master himself, Mr. Matt Vertigo. Matt, how are you, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm doing well. I can't wait to drop my opinions on this show.
Absolutely, man. Now tell me, what inspired you to create your signature move, the Drip Drop?
To be honest, man, I always had you know who really inspired me? Clearly, it was Arn Anderson. He's always been an inspiration to me. I always wanted to push that spine buster as a finisher. I see a lot of people use that spine buster as a signature.
Right.
Screw that. It is a finisher. It puts people away. That lower back is going to break when I bust your spine and I hit you with that drip drop. Finish.
That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. Now you got me fired up. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And now, finally, right below me, from the Windy City, this independent wrestler brings the shock and awe every time he steps in the ring. In addition to dropping his Southside senton on his opponents, you can also watch him drop content on his Twitch channel and on his social media. Welcome as we all take cover, Chicago's own Mr. Jay Thunder. Jay, how are you, sir?
Man, it feels good to be back on just something, social media wise. And just like, I've been away for a while, and like I know this is the first time that I've been on with you, Bama, but it just like it feels good. It feels really good.
I'm excited to have you, man.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Absolutely, man. Excited to have you. Yeah, Jay's in our big group chat, and he's always throwing out hot takes and spitting fire all the time. So every time he says something, I take notice because the man knows what he's talking about. I'm excited to have you three guys on the show again. The Hurt Business 2.0 is in the house, and these guys all know how to bring the hurt in the ring. They know how to bring the hurt on social media. They're all very, very smart in the ring. So you guys are in for a treat tonight as we preview what's going to be an awesome card. Before we get to that, though, I would be remiss if I did not throw this out on the table for you three guys to tear into for just a few minutes before we get to the card. And that is, I want to bring y'all's attention to something that I've been noticing a lot lately on social media, particularly with in-ring talent. I want to bring up, first of all, a picture of Miss Carmella, the most beautiful woman in the WWE. This is a picture she posted recently, so if you're watching on Twitch, you can see it right now. But in addition to that picture, she posted this note to go with it. The note reads, "It's been a while since I've posted a no makeup, non-filtered selfie. Do I love getting dressed up and having my hair and makeup done? Yes. But a majority of my time is spent in sweats, no makeup, on my face, and a hair in a bun. That's my reality most of the time. So I need to do better with being real with you all on here. To be honest, being on Instagram and Twitter recently has been hard. The hate and the threats are at an all-time high. It's quite disturbing, actually. I usually try to post things and leave it alone, but it's hard not to read the negativity sometimes. Y'all can be so cruel. Luckily, I know who I am. I'm not going to let you get to me. I just wanted to post this as a friendly reminder not to believe everything you read and see on the internet. Do you for you." So that was Carmella. She posted that about a week ago on social media. Right before she posted that on SmackDown, she beat my girl Liv Morgan and qualified for the Queen of the Ring tournament. Of course, the whole room booed when that happened. And so I hate her completely because Liv's my girl and I wanted Liv to move forward. But then she posts that on Twitter. So immediately I'm conflicted in how I feel about her. Then you go to someone else who has a different issue when it comes to social media, and that's the man Becky Lynch. She said this on an interview with Ryan Satin on Out of Character. She said, "When I stepped away, I kind of wanted to let everyone forget about me a little bit in hopes. Honestly, hoped I would help the pop when I finally came back. It's for the pop, and that's why we do anything for that pop. I hoped it would help the pop. I don't like giving away everything I do on social media. When I was in character, I don't like giving away much of my life on Twitter and on Instagram. That's not why people watch our show. So when I wasn't the character, when I wasn't the man, I felt like I don't need to put all this out there because what's the point? It's not driving a story." My question to you guys, in character, out of character, the wall of kayfabe, the behind the curtain scene, what do you guys feel about how much of your character you drop on social media, how much of your real self you show when you're not in your character in the ring? How much of your persona do you try to maintain, or do you believe you shouldn't have to maintain it because that's just the world we live in now, as opposed to this is who I am all the time. MJF is probably the master at it right now because he's the same guy on social media as he is on TV, as he is on talk shows, whatever. He's different levels of himself, but he doesn't all of a sudden smile and go, "I love the kids." He's not that guy. So throwing all that out there, different takes, different opinions. Tristen, I'll start with you. Kayfabe, in character, out of character. Where do you stand on what a wrestler should do?
So that's a really good question. Good question. I was up really old school. I was taught by Team 3D, Nunzio, a bunch of old school guys that learned how to wrestle in the late 80s, early 90s. And to me, kayfabe is alive and well. So when you look at my social media, I am who I am. I am that person you see in the ring, but I'm not walking around every day being that person, but that person lives there. So if you approach in a way, you're going to meet the person that you see in the ring. But if you approach me another way, I can be very nice to somebody. So I believe kayfabe well, because when I go out there and I tell someone that I will slap your mother, I wholeheartedly believe I'm going to slap that person's mind that tells me that anything differently is going to happen. So for me, kayfabe should be alive. But again, they get paid a lot more to do what they do. They are there for entertainment purposes, which is fine. We're all here for entertainment purposes one way or another, and they make a lot more money than us. So if that's what their bosses allow them to do, then who am I?
Jay Thunder, how do you feel about this?
So in my sense, with kayfabe, I'm more so of the type of person that, like, I guess because I've had social media before I started wrestling, so it's kind of like a different feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like social media was like I was all the social media that I had was my social media.
Right.
When it came down to me getting ready to like become a wrestler and become on the independent scene, it was like I had to change like every single aspect of my social media. Like I had to make sure that, oh hey, I gotta promote myself, because usually I'm just a person that will just post funny stuff,
right,
or talk shit on, excuse my language, if I don't know if I can
no,
say that.
you're fine. You're fine.
But just talk mess on social media. As I, evolved into, the indie scene, it's kind of a different feel, because now you have to portray yourself as differently. But when it comes down to me being, like, say for instance, me being in the ring, that person that I am in the ring is maybe about, I'd say 10 times me.
Mm-hmm.
I just amp it up. Like,
right.
I still have that old school mentality, because that's what, because I was trained by Steve Vaz, and they usually tell us like, oh, hey, it's just you just amped up. It's
right.
just you amped up. That's all it is. And sometimes I think it is me amped up, but then I realize that sometimes, like, if you guys have like actually talked to me on a regular basis, like I'm not that.
Right.
Like I'm a real nice guy. I'm a real chill guy. But when it comes time for Jay Thunder to come out, like I'm about to, I'm amped up. I'm
right.
amped up. It's me. It's still me, but it's like, it's a whole different, like, feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And all of you watching in the chat, let us know your thoughts on what you feel about this subject. Mr. Champ, Matt Vertigo, your thoughts on who you are inside, outside of the ring, and on social media.
So I'm going to be honest, like, a lot of people don't like to talk about wrestling as a business. And it is a business. And you have to understand, a lot of people don't necessarily understand, is that you have to separate yourself from business.
Right.
Like, yes, you can be yourself in business, but in reality, the businessman is going to be different from the regular man that's just in his room. So you have to separate those. So what I do, and what I would hope that a lot of professionals do, is that they just have separate social medias. They have a social media for friends and family. They have social media for fans, and that's pretty much what I do.
Right.
I have my Facebook is mostly going to be, what Jermaine would do, shit posting and funny stuff and having a good time and joking with my friends and talking about the Knicks and all that other stuff. But when you see me on Instagram and when you see me on Twitter, it's a whole different vibe. Same thing with Instagram. Oh yeah, I already said Instagram, but it's a whole different vibe. And that's what you got to understand, is that kayfabe is alive. It is alive. The people that believe in what I do and believe in New York Drip don't believe in the other things that I might post on Facebook, because you can't bring personal life into business life. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got to separate those two. And that's pretty much it. When you separate those two, then you get to understand everything. You get to see the difference. So, just separate the two and you'll be fine. Just, keep one social media to friends and one social media to fans, and everything will be all right.
Yeah.
Here's the way I look at it.
Go ahead.
Here's the way I look at it. When I go to my regular job, I behave a certain way, right? If I go to church, I'm gonna behave a certain way. When I go to my mother's house, I'm definitely behave a certain way so that she can put hands and feet on me. Right? And when I'm in the ring, I behave a certain. Even though it's pro wrestling, it's the job. It's what we get paid to do. So when Carmella is in the ring, she behaves one way. By the ring, she behaves another way. For her, I think that her line is erased, so you can space in between. There's no blur, so one starts and one stops.
Right.
Like, for me, if I had that many people looking at me every week, and people interacting with me on social media, hey, people can message me nasty things on social media, because I can mute you, because you'll never know that you don't exist in my world. Mm-hmm. But for people to interact with me on social media like that means I'm relevant.
Yeah.
That means I'm relevant. For people to see me on WWE television every day, every week, or every day because they have media everywhere, that just means that I need to make sure that I'm maintaining what they see on television and in real life, because to put a nail in it, pro wrestling is entertainment like the movies. However, the guy that plays Spider-Man doesn't walk around in costume every day, but we do. That's what makes us different.
Yeah, I 100% see all sides of it. As a fan, personally, I respect guys who, for instance, The Undertaker, who refused to wear anything but black, who refused to take his sunglasses off, Now, he's made a lot of decisions since his heyday that I'm kind of like, ugh, buddy, watch it, man. But in character, when people approached him, he had that mystique, even though he wasn't in his trench coat and his hat of, dude, that's The Undertaker. There's a level of that could even be said with Triple H believed in that. He tried to be that jerk when he wasn't a babyface, and even when he was a babyface, he had that toughness about him. Shawn Michaels was Shawn Michaels all the time, and so just some of the when I think of the greats who were the biggest draws in the business. If you study them correctly, they were pretty much that guy all the time, because they knew that if I'm going to be legendary and everybody's going to remember my name, I can't be two different people. I've got to be that guy. And so that's the only reason why I kind of wonder, is one of the reasons why wrestling is not as huge as it once was and as huge as it still could be, is because there's so much of, I got to make sure everybody likes me. I can't be a jerk all the time, or I can't be sugary sweet all the time. I got to be this on social media. I got to be this in the ring. I got to be this with the family. And with social media and with behind the scenes stuff, I'll give you a perfect example. So Charlotte and Rhea had their WrestleMania 36 match, and everybody hated Charlotte in that match because, number one, Rhea should keep the belt. Charlotte should not have beat her. But then they did that 24 Chronicle where when the match is over and the cameras turn off, you see Charlotte and Rhea sitting on the apron, and Charlotte's just patting her on the back going, girl, you killed it. I'm so proud of you. I'm like, no, I don't want to see this. I want her to be an evil queen that put down my Rhea Ripley. I don't want to like her. And so, I'm torn when it comes to this issue because I don't want them to not have a life. But at the same time, would they be elevated even bigger and better? I'll put MJF back out there. He's not getting cheered anywhere because he's chosen to be that guy all the time. And when a kid rolls up in a wheelchair and says, MJF, can I get your autograph? Sure, kid, stand up. Public setting. That's who he is. And so is he gonna go down as another Roddy Piper because he's like, I don't care. Hate me all you want. This is who I am. This is who I'm gonna be. So, Jay, let me come back to you. Having heard what Tristen said and what Vertigo said and what I just said, does any of that ring true? Do you feel like if people sold it more or went all out, that it could elevate them even more?
Well, no, absolutely. I definitely think that I agree with that. I think it's just hard nowadays because of just the time that we live in.
It is.
So, like, say for instance, wrestlers that are coming up from like where I'm coming up from,
right?
Like, for the most time, they just want to be accepted. That's literally what it is. You want to be accepted. Nowadays, with sometimes kayfabe not being the best thing in the world, people just want to be accepted because wrestling is not always the biggest thing in the world.
Right.
It's not like we're in 2002 or we're like in 1999. Like, wrestling is not as, globally, I mean, it's globally recognized,
right?
But it's not, it's not big. Like, I'm not gonna, if you think about it like this, Super Bowl Sunday, WrestleMania, what are you watching? Clearly, you're gonna watch Super Bowl before you watch WrestleMania.
Yep.
Me personally, I'm not gonna watch.
Not me, but I know what you mean.
But if you're a normal person, like you're gonna watch the Super Bowl,
right?
Because that's what's been put out there. That's what's been popularized. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think it would be great that people like put themselves out there and like, get it to that, that higher level. But like I said, the only problem is that nowadays, like you said, with, like 24 Chronicle, like that, it kind of gives everyone like that
That look behind the curtain.
Yeah, this is like behind the scenes. It's like we all know that I'm not gonna say it's a show.
Yeah,
it's entertainment.
Exactly.
It's entertainment.
Exactly.
Like it's entertainment. So everything behind the curtain, it's either I hate you or hey, bro, we doing the show. Like
Yep.
I mean, disrespect or
Yeah.
It's not like I said. Everything nowadays is not like how Shawn and Brett were,
Right.
or how Hogan and Macho Man were.
Yeah.
Like things are not like that anymore.
Right.
Like no one nowadays. You don't have that.
Right.
You don't have that animosity or that.
Right.
What's the word I'm looking for? The
competition.
The competition. There we go. You don't have that that competitive spirit nowadays, because nowadays everyone's trying to fit in. It's literally just like we're in high school. Everyone is just literally trying to fit in.
Wow.
But you see that with that too, though, is that when I tried to fit in school, look where the hell I turned up. So I know I can say you told me that we're good, but fuck what everybody thinks. Because when I show up to a pro wrestling show, I am who I am.
Right.
And one of the things I do not do is I do not go out to intermission, because the second that your kid, and let me tell you something, I'll just say it. I got a thing for kids that are sick and stuff like that. So I don't want to go out there and see a kid that's sick and can have to be, who I am.
Right.
I get that. So what I do for intermission, get my ass in the back, because all you need to do is see me to kick your baby face's ass. And you need to see when I'm walking out. That's the only time you need to see me. Catch a glimpse of me when I'm leaving. But I don't interact with the people. I believe in what MJF does. Way before MJF became a person that he did. I'm a heel through and through.
Yes, sir.
I am not chasing the hug. Again, I don't give a fuck what people say about me. I will put my middle fingers up in the show, and I will grab the microphone and tell them what they daddy should have did to their mommy so that they wouldn't be here today.
Yep.
And I don't care. Because you know what? At the end of the day, they want to buy a ticket because they want to see me get my kicked.
Yeah.
I don't put on a hell of a show, and I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to claw, and what I got to do to win, because you want your baby face to win. The way I look at it, would have been no Batman would have just seen a guy in a bat suit without the Joker.
Yeah, that's right.
However, when we look at the comic books, we're always at the stories from the basis point of view. Now, when you look at heel's point of view, for example, the movie The Joke, you go, you know what? That guy crazy is so bad after all. The society just failed him. So why am I a heel? Everything I do, I believe what I do.
Right.
Okay, and I have a purpose for it. The people might not believe in the purpose of why I do it, but I believe in the purpose of why I do it.
Vertigo, any closing thoughts?
And y'all hit the nail on the head. Look, I believe in kayfabe. I believe in kayfabe. I believe in, staying in character all the time. But like I said, there's a time and place for everything. And also you gotta also put it into perspective that like in this day and age, it's hard. Like they said, it's difficult. Especially with the fact that people love content, and the more content you put out is the more that you're going to be seen. And sometimes people want to see the content that isn't you in character, and that's sometimes just what makes money and what makes stars.
Yep.
So it's just weird, man.
It's a weird flux we're in.
Kudos to those that keep in the kayfabe. I know I do. Try my best to. But yeah, like people, even in my last post, someone said, you took your belt on vacation with you, and I'm like, yeah.
Why would you?
Of course I did.
Did you do that?
You're the champ.
Of course I did. I take my belt everywhere. I'm proud to be a champion. I'll take it everywhere.
Right. That's right.
You
will.
Damn.
I'll say
that adds to it.
When I'll say this, like, what Tristen said, like, kind of got to me, because it's like when you're a heel, like it's you stay your ass in the back. That's just how it is. You're a heel, you stay your ass in the back. You don't interact with the crowd. You don't do anything.
You don't sell merch. You don't do none of that.
You don't sell merch. You don't do nothing. Like nowadays, like I feel like in some indie places they still sell merch, even though like you know,
of course,
even though they're like a heel, which I don't have a problem. Like, go ahead, get your bag. I
that's
get
on
that.
you,
dude.
I say, go ahead,
Dude, Roman Reigns is the #1 seller on WWE's merchandise, and he's a freaking heel.
That's what I'm saying.
But Roman Reigns don't go out.
That's
Roman
right.
Reigns don't go out ringside.
Yep.
And hand out shirts and stuff to the kids out
Right.
there. Roman Reigns is gonna stay his ass in the back and let anyone else sell that shit. So it's different.
I bet you though, if this was at a press conference or something like that, his demeanor would be completely different.
Exactly my point. Yeah. He would be different. He wouldn't come out to a press conference and be like, "Oh, I'm the big dog." Like he's not gonna be like that. Right. He's gonna be the businessman,
stoic, quiet, and professional. Yeah. Unless he goes on Complex and he really shouts out and talks down to everybody else, which is I was proud of him. I was like, dude, you're being exactly who you should be right now. I was proud of him for that interview. Yeah.
Like me personally, I think that with like, I don't know if you guys see the shirt, but
I see that shirt.
Yeah, it's black.
Yeah, I mean, like you see the shirt, but like I feel like with how I've been so proud of Roman just because of the fact of like that change.
Yeah,
like, I needed something to just not. Like I wanted something to have. Like I didn't want him to be who he was.
Right.
And then just seeing him now is just like, okay, I can actually stand to watch.
Yep.
Wrestling now. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And you can stand to watch wrestling.
100%.
Like going back to what you're saying, that you know people love, you know, the behind the scenes stuff, like the Last Ride. Like that's a prime example. Like everyone loves the fact that they got to have a nice little insider on how the Undertaker has been living for the past, you know, 3 decades. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
That was a tough watch for me because of, again, everything I said earlier. But I will say this: what made it okay and easier to swallow was the fact it was happening after he said, "I'm done." If he had done that 15 years ago and then had another 15 years, I would have been like, no, don't do this. Don't do this. Because now every time you take that rep, I'm going to be like, go back to the ranch. Go back to the ranch. So it just...
see, everybody wants to see the behind the scenes, right? Everybody knows what happens. Everybody wants to see the rabbit pulled out of the hat. Everybody wants to see the chef make the food till he scratches his ass while he's making a burger. They don't want to see it anymore.
Yep. So true. So true. Guys, I appreciate all three of y'all weighing in on that. Guys, thank you so much for that. Real quick, before we go any further, if you enjoy content like this and you enjoy this channel, would you please consider becoming a Patreon of our channel? We have a Patreon, patreon.com/MacDrawPodcast. You can see here all the different tiers that we have. Depending on what tier you sign up for, it depends on how much you get from us. If you sign up for the $1, you'll get something. $5, you get a little bit more, so forth and so on. We'll give you shout outs, sticker packs, exclusive content, a SmackDraw t-shirt, behind the scenes access to us. We keep it kayfabe most of the time, but every now and then we'll pull the curtain back. And then also we'll give you some advertising for your brand if you go all the way to that elite tier. Also, we'll be doing some content that only you will see. Every now and then we put out a video that nobody sees but our Patreon. So when we do that, we want you to be access to that. Also, if you want to do just a one-time donation, go to our PayPal, which is paypal.com/ paypal.me/SmackDrawPod. You go there and you give us a one-time donation. All the proceeds from our Patreon and our PayPal help go to making this channel successful and put out great content for all of you. So the more you give and take care of us, I promise you, the better this show will take care of you. Thank you guys so much for that. Now let's move into why you guys are here this evening. Crown Jewel coming up this Thursday, live on October the 21st, kicking off at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Saudi time, and what is that, 9 a.m. Pacific? I think that's right. So,
well, we know it's going to be in the morning when it happens, because that's usually what happens.
Right.
We'll literally wake up and Crown Jewel's already on.
Yeah. And I will say this: you talk about a WrestleMania card. This has one. And I'm extremely excited about this. So let's get right into it. Again, kicking off Crown Jewel. The first match we're going to discuss is a match where the undefeated in Saudi Arabia, Mansoor, is going up against his Muslim brother, Mustafa Ali. This story got personal quick, and this past Monday, Mansoor finally got some bass in his voice, and he showed us that he's ready to fight, and it's going to be an interesting match between these two guys in Saudi Arabia. Mr. Tristen, I'm going to start with you. Are you hot, cold, or warm for this match?
So you know what? I am cold for this match. I don't have any emotional investment in this match. I did think it was a couple of years ago when Mansoor made his debut after being founded in the tryouts that they had over there in the Middle East. But I think it's an opportunity for somebody like Ali to go ahead and get some work. Somebody like Mansoor to go ahead and get his work in as well too. In order for me to watch this match and care about this match, at the end, I feel they have to do something special. So right now, their story is not one I've been fond of. But hey, it's Thursday afternoon. Why wouldn't I watch it?
Who's going to win?
If I had to win, I would think Mansoor would win.
Okay. All right. And looking over here in the chat, Squared Circle, how you doing, man? And Kyle, how you doing, man? Everybody that's watching, let us know who you think is going to win, and are you hot, cold, or lukewarm for the match? Vertigo, what's your temperature, and who's going to win this match?
So I'm going to go cold with this one just because the build has been absolute garbage. I'm really into putting two guys together and it doesn't work out, and now they have to solve their problems by fighting it out. I'm very into that. But with the fact that this team did not even get off the ground, it's just not a great story. Now, if this team was winning and then they almost got to the finals of a tournament and then it broke down, or they were about to win the championships and then it broke down, something dumb happened, I'd be a little bit more invested. But just because they got together, they were like randomly put together, they couldn't beat anybody, they couldn't really do much of anything, and then now they're just gonna fight in Saudi. Like I said, it was just rushed. But I think the match itself could possibly be fire. So I guess I'm gonna go lukewarm because the match could be great, but the story is non-existent. So that's what I'm gonna go with, lukewarm. And if I had to pick a winner, knowing Vince, I'm gonna go with Mansoor because Mansoor is undefeated.
Jay and Matt, you guys can both agree with me 100% on this when I say this. Mons, the ticket seller, he's the local guy. So he's the guy that sold a lot of tickets and put a lot of asses in the seat.
Right.
That's the only reason he's there. There's no other reason I could. All right, cool. Mansoor is there. It's because what he lives in little town Chicago, right? Little town Cali. And he went to school there. He grew up there. His mother grew up there, and the whole entire family's going to come. There's no other reason.
Wow.
Before I let Jermaine, I just want to cut in right there real quick. If that logic were true, then we wouldn't have seen Xavier Woods win on Monday. Jinder would be in the damn finals because that's what I was hoping and that's what I was thinking was going to happen. That Jinder was going to the finals.
They hindered the Jinder.
Here's the thing, though. We all know how this is going to end. We all know that.
How's this going to go, Jay?
Just so you know, they number one, he sat here this whole time. And he's been wanting to be king of the ring. He's talked about it for years.
Xavier?
Xavier Woods has been talking about it for years. And if he doesn't, I promise you, there's going to be a riot. I bet it. It is.
All right, well, save the rest of that for that match. Right now, Jay, who's going to win this match and what's your temperature?
All right, so guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been kind of in and out with the builds for Crown Jewel, just because of the fact of, I will say this, as a wrestler, sometimes you kind of get tired of wrestling all the time. So, I did my best to, keep up with everything, but for the most part, I would say that I'm really cold on this one. This is literally this is pretty much the open match, right?
Probably.
Yeah, this is gonna be the open match. I feel like they're gonna have a great match. I feel like they're gonna it's gonna be a great match. But is it gonna be something to write home about? No, not at all. Not at all. Like, I feel like this is just going to be a match to get Mansoor's feet wet. Like it's literally it's for him to go up against someone who we know can do some things, and we know Mustafa Ali can do things. Like, the thing about it is that fun fact, I have been around. I would not say I would have been around, but I've seen Mustafa Ali because he's from Chicago.
Right.
So, and not only that, he's trained with the guy that with the trainer that I'm training with now.
Right.
So
awesome, man.
So like, I know for me personally, I think that it's cool that, he's big time now. Well, I would say big time, but I think that it's a good thing. Like, I don't want to be too biased. I would love for Mustafa Ali to have the win, but I know that it would be way better for Mansoor to have that win. Just because of the fact that they're going to be in Saudi, and it's going to put ass in the seats. That's literally what it's going. That is literally what it's going to do. Like, I know that was the thing when he debuted way back when. So, like, I knew because he debuted at like the I think it was like the first or second Crown Jewel.
Yeah,
something like that.
Like 3 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that's what it's for. Like, for everyone in Saudi to see. Oh, hey, even you can make it out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So.
Right. I'm with Vertigo. I'm warm for this match. The build has been hit or miss. I kept scratching my head going, why isn't this tag team getting any wins? What are they trying to do here? And then when Ali kept getting frustrated and more frustrated, and then he finally snapped on him, I was like, all right, well, I know where this is going. But then Monday happened, and that promo happened, and Ali's face changed. And it wasn't a fear, it was, where's this kid been? Finally, you're talking to me like a man. And I think what's going to happen is Mansoor is going to give Ali all he wants. I don't think he's going to squash him. I think he's going to beat him. I think Mansoor will win this match, but I think he's going to earn every inch of it. And with Ali's background, especially with his hardworking background and his police force background and his toughness background, he's going to get respect from Mansoor. And I think Mansoor is going to earn that respect. And at that point, at the end of this match, I would not be shocked at all if Ali extends his hand and says, all right, I was wrong about you. Let's make this work. And it may take a while. It may take a week, 2 weeks, a month. But I wouldn't be shocked at all if when they finally go to SmackDown after this, if somehow they reconcile and they could give the Usos all they want in a good tag match. And I think that would be interesting. That's just what I feel. But I could be dead wrong. Mansoor might kick him in the nuts and say we're done. So, anyway. All right. Moving on to match number 2. Match for the Raw Tag Team Championships. AJ Styles and his Colossus Omos want their belts back, and so they are challenging RK Bro for those Raw Tag Team Championships. If Mansoor and Ali don't open the show, this one probably will, I think, because this will be fun to watch as an opener as well. Vertigo, this time I'm going to start with you. Hot, cold, or warm, and who's going to win?
I'm hot, bro. This is a hot opener. Now that you've changed the game with this one, this is a hot opener. Let me tell you, bro. One thing we know is all 4 of these men could work.
Yep.
And the Colossus, he literally just debuted a new finisher. He's been killing people with it the past 2 weeks. That sidekick, nuts, awesome. And you know that it's going to be a fire match. The build has been funny and interesting. RK Bro is literally one of the best tag teams on the roster right now, on both rosters right now. AJ and Omos is also one of the best tag teams on both rosters right now. Having them open this show is probably your best possible option. I think this match, I'm going fire, flames, flamethrower at this match because you know they're going to go out. I at least I hope they do.
And who wins?
I gotta go with RK Bro. They're hot right now, so you got to keep it going. I think that down the line we might be looking at an AJ and Omos breakup. Not necessarily a feud, but I think that those two go their separate ways. Down the line.
All right.
And they just chase gold, especially with Finn Balor on the roster now. You might be looking at Finn Balor and something with Finn Balor and AJ Styles coming up. Yeah, exactly, bro. So I think that's gonna be a dope opener. That flamethrower.
Over here, Squared Circle says, I'm definitely warm on this one, and this better be the opener. I hope Kyle's still watching. He hasn't said much lately. So, but anybody else out there, we got some followers, we got some viewers, man. Good to have y'all. Let us know what you feel about these matches. Mr. Thunder, RK Bro, AJ Omos, hot, cold, or warm, and who's going to win this match?
So I think with how everything, like I've seen from everything that I've seen, like I feel like this is gonna be a good match. So I'm definitely warm on this one. So I like ever since this whole situation has started, RK Bro has just been like a thing. Like it's been a thing, and like it's something that you wouldn't expect it. It's that tag team that you least expect.
Yeah.
And it's like it is something that just grew on me. Now I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. I am not the biggest fan of Matt Riddle whatsoever. Like it's been in other of if Bama, if you happen to have watched any of the Smack Raw stuff from way back when, literally I am not the biggest Matt Riddle fan.
I wasn't either. He's growing on me. Yeah.
But because of the fact that he still has that RVD mentality, like he still kind of grows on me. And like I can say that, hey, he cool, he all right. Like it's like he cool, he all right. He hasn't grown on me where I love him, because I mean that's my boy Randall.
Yep.
Randall is the GOAT.
Yep.
That's the GOAT right there. Like that man right there. He been through a lot. So like I'm looking forward to it. But I mean, like also we got AJ and Omos and I for no reason do I like Omos whatsoever. Like he's just the definition of a
monster.
Great Khali.
Yeah, he's like all he is just Khali with maybe a little bit better.
Yeah,
like
I could see that. His finisher's dope though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, his finisher. No, get me wrong. His finisher's dope. Like it's just that if he were to go by himself, he's not going to do anything. Like him being by himself, he's not going to do anything whatsoever. And Matt, I know that look. I know that look because I can tell. But it's like once he breaks away from it, it's not like this is Sean and Kevin. It's not like this is Sean and Kevin. Like this man ain't Kevin Nash.
No, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's not.
not.
He's not. But who's gonna win?
I'm definitely gonna have to go RK Bro because, like I said, they won the titles at
SummerSlam.
What was it at SummerSlam, right? Yeah. So they're not. I mean, it's literally it's October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like they've only had come on, why would they give it back? Why would they give it back to AJ? Why would they give it back to AJ and Omos when the only reason that they were only transitional champs?
Right.
Like that was literally, I feel like that was the plan.
Yeah.
They were transitional champs because everybody was tired of the new day holding their titles. That is the main reason. That is the main reason.
It's not a bad point. Yeah. So, I'm hot for this one too. I hear everything you're saying about Omos. I do think there's potential for him if he learns how to work as a big guy. He doesn't have to be athletic. He doesn't have to pretend to be Kevin Nash. Andre shouldn't have been as good as he was in the ring either, but Andre figured out a way to get around some of that and be an athletic guy for his size. Same thing with the Big Show. He did some stuff for a big guy. So it's possible if he's willing to be taught. And I know Taker's been trying to work with him. I'm pretty sure Kevin Nash will come back and work with him a little bit. So hopefully they can. I mean, y'all know AJ Styles. He's not phenomenal. Is not just a moniker. He is phenomenal.
Yeah, AJ is him. It's and Omos is just like I guess I just speak for a a big guy who works in the ring.
No, I hear
it's
you.
it's like you gotta, like, I try to stay away from that moniker.
Yeah.
Like we can't just be labeled
Right.
as just the big guy.
Right.
Like we gotta do something.
Right.
Like he's gotta show me something.
Yeah.
Like then what I don't want to see Omos as a better great colleague.
Yeah.
I want him to do something, get better in the ring.
100% agree with you. And maybe when they do eventually break, we'll be able to see what he can do. Hopefully he'll be ready by then. But I love RK Bro. I've said it before. Randy Orton, when it's all said and done, will probably be on my top 10, if not my Mount Rushmore. That guy is so good. The little things he does that other people don't do anymore, like how to make a headlock look painful, how to make a collar and elbow tie up look like I don't even want to tie up with this guy because, man, he pulls me in, he hurts me. So those kind of things are just so lost art, and Randy Orton does them flawlessly, like he's been doing it since he was born. And Matt Riddle, people are, asking me, what do you think the ceiling is on Matt Riddle? I think Royal Rumble 22 could be Matt Riddle. I really do. I think Vince loves him. I think Vince loves his attitude, his hard work ethic, his willingness to do whatever he's asked. Those guys usually get pushed to the top. And so we'll see.
Just saying. You know that Vince doesn't love like people that like can make him laugh. Like they don't get title shots.
They don't get titles.
He's already been U.S. champion and now tag team champion, so his trajectory is going up. I think RK Bro will win this, and I'm looking forward to this match. I do hope it's the opener because it would be a great way to start the show. Tristen, hot, cold, or warm? Who's winning?
All right, so on this chair, the RK Bro and Riddle against Jay and Omos, I am warm on that match because since AJ and Omos lost those Raw championships back at SummerSlam in August, they have been an unstoppable force, and they are hell-bent on getting the championship back. However, when you're looking at it from the sports entertainment side, between Ray and Orton, there's a lot of sports entertainment, and I don't think that they're going anywhere anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
You guys mentioned that Riddle has grown on you guys. Yes, Riddle has grown on all of us, and Randy Orton as well too. So I don't think that they're done, and I think that the winner in that one is going to be your current tag team champions, Bro Riddle and Randy Orton.
There you go. Over here in the chat, Squared Circle says he's going with AJ Styles and Omos to bring them back. Interesting. That could happen, but I think RK Bro is going to keep them. Moving to match number 3. The finals of the Queen's Crown tournament, which if you total all their match times up, it's just under 15 minutes for 6 matches. Enough said for that. But now, let's go with Zelina Vega versus Doudrop, the first ever Queen's Crown finals in Saudi Arabia. Props already that this match is going to take place there, and props already that it's between a woman like Doudrop and a woman like Zelina Vega. I'm proud of this, that it's happening. When Natty and Lacey Evans had their match, that was great. And then when Bayley and Naomi had their match, I was like, okay, we're breaking ground here. This is huge. And now we get Zelina Vega and Doudrop. We're getting 2 women's matches on this card. So it's definitely getting more and more. But this time, Jay, I'm going to start with you. Who is going to be the first Queen's Crown winner? And are you hot, cold, or warm for this match?
So I'll start with whether or not I'm hot or cold. I'm warm up with it.
Okay.
Warm with it because the thing about it is this will probably be my first match that I'll actually be watching that since Zelina's been back, and I definitely want to see like just see her in general and see what she can do. And that's the same thing with Doudrop. Like, I've only seen like the whole thing with Eva Marie and like
for the most part, like I'm warm on it because I want to see what both of these girls can do.
Mm-hmm.
Like nowadays, the women's revolution is like a thing. I want to see because I haven't really seen Doudrop. but I haven't but I've seen Zelina and I know what she's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I also know that this is like my first time seeing her since she's been back.
Right.
So, like, I'm kind of looking forward to see what they're gonna do. Especially, sometimes a big David versus Goliath match,
Yep.
like, I think that it's going to be a good one. Usually, David versus Goliath matches are pretty decent. So,
who's gonna win?
I think because of how her momentum is, I think Doudrop's gonna win.
Doudrop's gonna be the first queen, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like it would, because I don't think that they would just push her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would just push her just to have her lose to Zelina.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Zelina has really, like, she doesn't have nothing
Mm-hmm.
to lose. She's been in this industry a little bit longer,
Mm-hmm.
and like,
I can see that.
And she doesn't, like, she can bounce back from this.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Doudrop is literally just like she's technically like the rookie.
Yeah.
So it's like she needs this.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
She needs this push. So
all right.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with Doudrop.
Okay. I'm going to go next, and I am warm as well for this match, and I'm warm because I know Zelina's potential. She is, when she is unleashed and able to do what she's capable of, and not being told, "Hey, you got 2 minutes." As soon as the bell rings, head for the finish. As soon as you do that, you strip away everything she's capable of. She has an incremental attack. She builds in her match. She gets better as the match goes on, and she's a firecracker in personality and in the ring. Piper Niven, not Doudrop. I'm never going to call her that. She's Piper Niven to me. Piper Niven is a beast that can just do almost anything she wants to do in the ring, and I hope they give them time to both do what they're capable of in this match. I think they deserve it. I think this will be for all the lack of time they've given to the preliminary matches, give these girls 10, 15, 20 minutes. Let them show what they're capable of. Let this be a good end for this tournament, because these two girls deserve it. I think to myself, from an entertainment perspective, who would wear that crown and get the most out of it and make us really dread that they won that match or celebrate they won that match? Guys, this is perfect for Zelina. Zelina will rub it in our faces week after week after week after week until we are begging somebody like Piper, beat her senseless, please, and shut her the crap up. And that's what we need her to be. The same thing Baron Corbin was, Sheamus, King Carly Race, King Bucka, any of these people that know how to run this into the ground until we absolutely are sick of them and sick of the gimmick. Zelina can do that, and I think she will. I think she will win this. And I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Tristen, first Queen's Crown final. Who's going to win? And are you hot, cold, or warm for this match?
Alrighty, so how I feel for this match, I am cold for this match. I have no investment in this match. I haven't been too really liking what I've been seeing happening with Doudrop. I don't understand where they came up with the name Doudrop. However, her and Zelina Vega both in their 30s, early 30 exact, so they still have a lot of time to go ahead and change the name on both on Doudrop. Then also, what is a Doudrop? Somebody knows. Let me know. This match though, this match here is going to be making history for two reasons. It's obviously another women's match in Saudi Arabia in the Middle East, but it's also the first Queen's Crown tournament. It's the first. You always remember the first, so everybody has to live up at first. Zelina Vega had to defeat Storm and Carmella just to get where she is, and Doudrop had to defeat Natalya and Shayna Baszler to get where she is. Zelina already believes that she is the queen, and in order for Zelina to win, she has to defeat Doudrop. Because you asked me, I think Doudrop had opponents. So if I had a dollar to want to say that Doudrop is going to be your queen of the ring or crown tournament winner.
Okay. And I would not be hated about that at all. And Kyle says, did Tristen pass the CAPTCHA before he got in? Because he sounds like a bot. Oh, dude.
Fuck him.
Damn, bro, you bot looking ass.
Vertigo, hot, cold, or warm, and who's going to be the first queen?
All right, so I'm gonna be optimistic with this one. I'm gonna go hot because this match could be lit. Like I said, we're talking about two ladies that know how to work and know how to put on a match that people care about. Now, yes, the build to this has been abysmal. Yes, the matches to this point have been just non-existent with 2-minute matches. What could you possibly build with 2-minute matches? And less than there was a match that was like 1 minute and 17 seconds or something like that on the on one of the cards. So it's like, sure, the build is not there, but I'm hoping that with it being in Saudi, with this being a WrestleMania, look-alike
Right.
kind of show, they're not gonna give them 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Why would you do that on a WrestleMania type show? You're gonna give them that 10 to 15. So I think with 10 to 15, huh?
12 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, between that, So I'm gonna go hot with this one, specifically because I feel like they're gonna put on a good match, and if they're given the time, they're gonna wild out. Who do I think is gonna win? I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm with you on this one. I gotta go with Zelina Vega. You gotta put the crown on someone that is going to, like you said, run it into the ground. And who else but Zelina? She just came back off of getting in some big heat. So it's like, why not put that crown on her and make her run buck wild with it and talk so much shit with it? That's going to be way better than having Piper Niven with it and run around happy. And, it's going to eventually, people are going to turn on her. And that's the thing. When it comes to those type of faces, people eventually are going to get sick of it and turn on her.
Yeah.
So why do that to her early in her career when you could give it to someone like Zelina Vega and then build someone up to whoop that ass? So that's going to be my take on this one for sure. Great.
Square Circle said he's also going with Vega on this one. And also, I don't know if y'all saw her tweet, but Shayna Baszler said, not the first time I wasn't invited to go to Saudi and I win anyway. So there's a chance that Shayna and Doudrop are not done, and that could be what gives Zelina the crown. So
I love it.
Because I do agree. From a pure size perspective, Doudrop should win this. But Zelina, she may have a few aces up her sleeve. So I'm interested to see where they go with it. But now let's move.
I mean, if anything, they're just giving Shayna something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as they should, because Shayna's the shit.
Yeah, well, she's on SmackDown now, and so is the Queen Charlotte Flair. So I'm looking forward to the two of them finally locking up and it being a real match. So let's hope that actually happens here in the near future. But now let's go to the King of the Ring finals, and we have the the doctorate in psychology, Mr. Xavier Woods, going up against the Prince, Finn Balor. Can the Prince become a king in Saudi Arabia, or will the self-proclaimed, for the last however many years it's been, can Xavier Woods finally get his crown in Saudi Arabia? I'm going to start this one, and of course, I am white hot for this match, not just because of Xavier Woods and the crowd push. It's Xavier Woods. It's Finn Balor. This match is going to be sick. I cannot wait to watch this. Finn Balor, name a bad match he's had lately. I'll wait. And Xavier Woods has shown he doesn't need Kofi or Big E in his corner to put on a banger of a match. The guy is incredibly talented, and I love his in-ring psychology. I love how he makes you care about him. I think this match has the potential to possibly steal the show and be a match that everybody's walking away talking about, because these two guys will be cut loose to do what they want to do. They both have had at least 10 to 15 minutes in this tournament each on every match they've had. They could get 15 to 20 in this one as well. If I have to make a pick on who's going to win this is going to shock some people. I think the Prince is going to become a king. And I think that is going to break the heart of Xavier Woods. And I think that heartbroken Xavier Woods is going to become frustrated and going to become bitter. It's going to be the arc for a character change that maybe will allow him to become more serious and possibly even take him down a dark road that could actually end the New Day. Just my feeling. Maybe dead wrong, but we'll see. Whatever they want to do with it. Tristen, hot, cold, or warm, and who's going to be King of the Ring?
Bro, I am warm for that match. And when it's that match, you got to look. I look at two things: King Woods or King Balor. Which one has a ring to it? But when I sit there and I think about that question, Finn Balor to Eagle is what? What? It's the Demon King, right? Right? Is he going to be king twice? Twice. That makes sense to me, right? Is he going to call himself King Demon King or King Demon King? Stupid. Doesn't make sense, right? But looking at Xavier Woods, Kofi has had his moment. Big E has had his moment. Even Finn Balor has had his moment.
Yep.
It's Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods has been in the WWE since 2010. This match here is going to be an action-packed match. This is one that you're not going to want to miss. By the time of the end of this match, win, lose, or draw, you're going to be able to see Xavier Woods has arrived.
Yes.
For Xavier Woods has zero, none, nada, zilch. He has no singles accolade. Every act he has had in the WWE, he's been on the main roster, has been with somebody else.
Right.
He was the Raw and Smack Tag champions a total of 11 times. In 2020, he won a Slammy for Ring Gear of the Year, but he didn't win that by himself.
Right.
Who did? 2019, end of the men's tag team match. When is Xavier Woods' turn? Let me tell you something. Xavier Woods is going to win this because he's had to defeat, who is it? Ricochet and Jinder Mahal just to get to where he was.
Yeah.
Finn Balor had to defeat Cesaro and Sami Zayn. Both of them in Xavier Woods and have defeated some good people to get there. That is a match that you don't want to miss. I am warm for that match. I'm excited for that match. Xavier Woods, give that guy the crown.
I can't argue with it at all. Vertigo, hot, cold, or warm? Who's going to be king of the ring?
So the bias in me wants to go cold just because I'm a huge Jinder fan and I was really looking forward to Jinder walking into Saudi to win the crown and be talking up the smack for the next few months.
Oh,
so
you a Jinder fan?
What? Huge.
Oh,
Listen,
you don't hinder the Jinder.
Don't ever hinder Jinder. I'm a huge Jinder Mahal fan, and I've been waiting. He's been getting hurt. I have been waiting for the day for him to come back and just win something big and just talk so much heat. So the bias in me wants to go cold, but I'm going to take my bias out and I'm going to focus on the match, just strictly on the match. And these two, like y'all said, are going to put on an excellent match. I feel that it's Xavier Woods' time. He has not had his moment. Finn Balor has had his moment, and Finn Balor is also coming off of a very embarrassing loss. It does not make any sense to me to then now give him a moment immediately after an embarrassing loss. When it comes to stuff like that, you build it out.
Right.
When you take an embarrassing loss, that follows. Now, if he loses this match, now that's going to be more weight on him, and it's going to continue to a point where it's going to build and blow, and that is where we lead to WrestleMania. But before we even get to that point, Xavier Woods needs this. Finn Balor doesn't need this.
Good point.
This is all Xavier Woods wants. He don't be necessarily talking about, he's talking about becoming king of the ring. That was his one thing that he really wants.
Yeah.
Give the man what he wants. It's his time. If he beat Jinder, I gotta go with Xavier Woods. He beat Jinder. So that means that he's already king to me.
So you're hot for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, the match itself is gonna be lit. So I'm gonna say that I'm hot for this match because you know that it could be match of the night. It's gonna be a big moment when he wins, just like when Kofi won at WrestleMania that I got to see live. It's gonna be a big, emotional, wonderful moment.
Yep.
But damn it, man, I really wanted Jinder.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
I really did.
Mr. Thunder, hot, cold, or warm? Who's gonna be king of the ring?
yo, man, this match about to be fire, bro. Like I ain't gotta say much about this. This match is about to be on fire.
Hot.
It's about to be something. Like, hold on just a second, guys, because I'm trying to figure out.
Kyle said, speaking of the mic, Jay, it's not complicated.
Yo, do me a favor and
Yeah,
shut up.
get good.
All right. I was like, do me a favor and shut up. Hey, it's just that
He also said yeet Vertigo off the show with that take. Kyle, shut up.
Word.
Matt's just mad because Gender didn't make it. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just mad. I'm just salty.
Just
You can hear
mad,
it, salt
yo. Just
grinding.
mad.
That's all.
Okay, you're hot for the match. Who's going to win and why?
Okay, so yeah, I'm on fire about this match, man. Like I know for a fact that it's gonna be fire. Like if it had a notch, if that meter had a notch, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be fire. It's gonna be fire. It's up there. Like Xavier Woods has been talking about this for the longest. I feel like it's his destiny at this point.
Yep.
Like it comes to a point where, you know what, I definitely agree with Tristen. Like you've sat here and you've had E's moment, you've had Kofi's moment,
Yep.
you've had Xavier Woods has not had his moment. Like he's not had his moment, and it's just
If not now, when? You're right.
If not now, when? Like, and if he doesn't, like, I don't think that that's something that would sit here and break up the New Day. That's not something that will happen because it's already been said that they don't want to break up the New Day. And if they do,
You can't always get what you want.
Well, hey, I'm gonna let you know this right now. For them not having what they want,
Yeah.
you can't always have what you want. This is a tag team that pretty much is one of the top tag teams in the business, if not the world right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm just messing with you. I firmly believe they have complete creative control. They can do.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
I think they can do what they want. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they can do whatever they want. The thing about it is that like I've seen Xavier Woods work. I've seen Finn work, and I feel like they're just gonna have a great match.
Yep,
it's gonna be a great match all together. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be awesome.
And you think Woods is gonna win?
But I know Woods is getting the win.
All right.
My thing about it is if they don't, like, we riot. Like I said it earlier.
Okay.
Like, if Woods loses, we riot.
Okay.
That's just from one nerd going to another nerd. Like he needs this.
For the record, I'm praying you guys are right. I just had this sick feeling in the pit of my stomach that just like they always beat people in their hometowns, I just had this sick feeling they're going to yank this away from him to make it a story. I just had that sick feeling. I hope you guys are right, though. I really do. I really do. I really hope you guys are right. So please, WWE, get this right. Give that man the win. I really want that to happen. Next match.
Or have Jinder come out and just whip his ass. And that'll make everything great.
Speaking of coming out and whooping somebody's A, next match, Goldberg has declared, I'm going to kill Bobby Lashley, not just figuratively, literally. I'm going to kill him in Saudi Arabia in a no-holds-barred match. The almighty Bobby Lashley raised the stakes to make it no-holds-barred. Goldberg said, good, now I can kill you and there's no consequence for it. Tristen, we're back to you. Hot, cold, or warm, who's winning this match?
All right, so for this match, I'm definitely hot for this match. Going this match, Goldberg has right and still doesn't have any right to want to kill Bobby Lashley. Because as a pro wrestler, we know better that anybody jumps the guardrail, they're pretty much fair game, right? You don't go to the Bronx Zoo and jump into the lion's pit because you go get bit. And that's what happened to Goldberg. He got bit. Bobby Lashley ain't trying who that kid is, right? You look almost like this man. So you yoke his little ass up and he realized who it was. He goes, oh, my. I think what the problem really is here is that Goldberg is a deflector. Goldberg is deflecting because he was unable to reach his feet and Bobby Lashley beat him. That's why Goldberg is upset, okay? Goldberg just needs to say it. Bro, this is why now we're going to fight. Now you're going to kill that man? Let me tell you something. Goldberg needs to have a heart-to-heart with his son and say, look, Goldberg Jr. The kid's name is Goldberg Jr. Don't be jumping in there when daddy working, right? This is grown people shit right here. Stay out of it, all right? Be a kid. You a boy, I'm a man, right? I'm a man, you a boy. So who's going to win this match? Man, Goldberg's got a pretty good record in Saudi Arabia, but so does Bobby Lashley as well too. And only $1 to bet, I'm going to throw that on Goldberg.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. Vertigo, hot, cold, or warm? Will Goldberg kill the Almighty?
I'm gonna just do it. This will explain everything. Here we go. Oh, the match is over? Oh, shit. All right, yeah, I'm cold. I'm cold as hell. I'm freezing. It is a brick outside. This match is not as important as people are building it up to be in their minds. See, at the end of the day, like Tristen said, this match makes no damn sense. No damn sense.
100%
Goldberg
right.
should have that night took his boy backstage.
That's right.
Gave him 2 quick slaps and was
That's
like,
right.
What the heck is wrong with you,
what
kid?
are you doing jumping
Right.
in this ring?
Right.
This match makes no sense. He's mad at Bobby Lashley for beating him up, even though the kid tried to choke him out in the middle of a match. Like, and Bobby Lashley brought it up to him. He said it in the promo. What would you do, Goldberg, if someone just randomly jumped on your back? You would beat the shit out of them.
Exactly.
And wrestling has shown that when a fan or whatever jumps in the ring and touches a wrestler, we beat the shit out of them. Do not step in our world. Do not step on the other side of the barricade, or you will get stomped your head in. So this match makes no sense for me, for one. And now, 2, this is a match that this no-holds-barred stipulation is going to hide the wrestling ability between both of them.
Absolutely.
Bobby Lashley does not need a no-holds-barred. The man is no-holds-barred.
Yes, he is.
By himself. He don't need no weapons or nothing. This match needs no weapons. This match is between 2 titans that gotta put each other down. What do you need weapons and chairs and all this stuff for? Why Bobby Lashley gotta swing a chair when he got fists? Like, it just don't make any sense to me. So I'm going cold. This match is not going to be as good as people are going to make it seem.
Yep.
And if I have to pick a winner, it sucks. But the story is telling that it's going to be Goldberg.
Right.
Why would Goldberg lose this match? Why would Goldberg request this match to lose it? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going with Goldberg, and I'm going with a big old snore. Whack.
You see, so my thing too, right? I don't have any kids. But if somebody put their hands on my kids, it's on, right? We're going to have a whole entire fight over it. So now, if Goldberg is talking about, this gives me permission to kill you, the only reason I'm Goldberg is because, Goldberg going to show up with his, and put 2 right in Bobby Lashley's chest, right there in India.
Wow.
Only reason, talking about you want to kill somebody.
Word.
I hate when I watch entertainment only talking about wrestling. When I women or participate in entertainment, and they insult the intelligence of people that are watching, and I feel that with this match, my intelligence is insulted. I'm a smart. I need 15 college credits to an associate. It's not going to college because I don't want to write an essay, so I'm no dum. I know what's happening here. I get it. I feel it, but you're insulting my intelligence.
Yeah, because what's the man? The man's going to kill Bobby Lashley with a steel chair?
Absolutely.
Right. The man's going to kill Bobby Lashley with an announcer table?
Right. If I'm Bobby Lashley, I'm showing up with a knife. Let's go to his chest real quick. I got you before you got me. You're not going to tell me, and I'm just going to show up with my 2 bare hands? No, bruh. You say you was going to kill me?
Yep.
So I got a couple people said I'm going to buy them some tickets, and we all going to Saudi Arabia.
100%.
All right, so let's what this is.
100%. Kyle even said over here in the chat, he said, the moment Goldberg said, I'm going to kill you, why didn't security swarm the ring and take him down? I agree. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Jay, hot, cold, or warm, and is Goldberg going to kill Bobby Lashley? We can't hear you. Now we can't hear you at all.
What's going on?
Somebody killed the mic. Anyway.
All right, we can
there we go.
Yeah, we can hear you now, bro.
Yeah, tell Goldberg to leave your mic alone and tell us what you think.
Okay, hold up.
Let me tell Mini Goldberg to chill.
Let me see if I can. Y'all
now you're good. Now you're good.
Okay, all right, cool. So my thing about it is that I was able to watch that match that they had, and
Kyle said, "How the heck does this man hold a weekly podcast?" Kyle, shut up, man! You're ruining the show.
Man,
Jay's trying to talk.
he's
I don't know. I'm loving Kyle
Kyle
right now.
Like no, that man's a troll, man. Like that man.
That I'll agree with. Okay, let's.
Okay, so
Who's gonna win and why?
Here's my thing. Like, I watched that match and I was iffy on it because like the build was just weird. Like the build was weird and it was just unnecessary. It was an unnecessary build. And then the match happened, and then Goldberg gets, look, he gets beaten down. His leg gets beaten down, and they throw in the towel. Pretty much, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like I was so confused. I was very confused.
Listen, Goldberg sips like day. We all know that.
Yep.
All right, so just to say, like I'm like medium on this match.
Warm. Okay.
Like, I'm warm on it. Like right now, I'm kind of just warm on it, just because, I feel like they could give a good match.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, because apparently Goldberg is the attraction. Like apparently he's the attraction.
I guess so.
Saudi he is.
Yep. Outside the US,
Saudi.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say apparently he's the attraction, but like I don't see it.
Yeah.
But
and who's gonna win?
And my thing, I don't know. Like I'm gonna go with Bobby on this one.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna go with Bobby on this one just because of the fact that he's been on a freaking just tear, man. Like, and then it would suck to lose to Goldberg and Saudi. Like that's the only way he would lose.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would be the only way that he loses if this is just a show for Saudi.
Yep.
But I feel like this is all of this isn't over with yet. That's the problem. If this was over with yet, then I'd be like, but this isn't over with. All of the storyline isn't over with by a long shot. So I'm gonna go with Bobby on this one. Matter of fact, you know what? No. I'm sitting there looking at Matt just falling asleep because of this match. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just for the hell of it, I'm gonna just go Bobby.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather just go Bobby just so people can fight me.
All right.
Like I want people to fight me for it because they're like, oh, Goldberg's gonna win. Well, I was like, no, bro. Like, and let me just say, I'm only like I would be cold on this match, but because my finisher is the spear, like I'm about to sit here and I'm gonna literally be looking through this and I'm gonna be like, you know what, I need to change my finisher.
Yeah, these two guys. Yeah, I got you. I'm just warm for this match only for the fact of I'm just intrigued on what they're gonna do. That's all that this is. I'm just intrigued on how brutal it's gonna get, how the story gonna end. This has to end. This has to end, and I believe the only way this ends is if Lashley wins. I think if Lashley puts Goldberg down, this could potentially be Goldberg's last match. And Lashley could be the new dominant force who's going to finally step up and beat this guy. So, granted, we've had people beat him before, but he's on a new level. Even without, I don't even think he needs the title anymore. He is a attraction that when he steps in that ring, you're about to see a fantastic, brutal match when Bobby's in the ring. So I feel like he's reached that level, and I think Goldberg could be making him in this match. I don't think Goldberg's going to kill him. So because of that, Bobby has to win. I just feel like this needs to end. I don't want this to go to WrestleMania. I don't want this to go to the Royal Rumble. I need this to end because I'm done with it. And it's the only way for it to end is Bobby has to win. So please, Bobby Lashley, put the man down, send him home to his kid, and never again in the WWE. Ever. Please.
But you know how WWE is. He's a draw. He's a draw.
Dang it! I need him now. Get him here. Oh gosh. All right. We got to move quickly, guys. I know we're on a time constraint here, so let's move to match number 6, and that is the match for the WWE Championship. Big E, who is wearing that title so well and so proudly, is facing his first real challenger in the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre, who's coming back now to reclaim the WWE Championship right before he goes to his new home on SmackDown. Mr. Vertigo, we're going to start with you this time. Hot, cold, or warm, and who's going to win?
I'm hot. This match can potentially be match of the night. People love to sleep on Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre can put on some
That man can go.
quality matches. Mixing with Big E, those two are gonna go buck wild. So I am flamethrowers on this match. If I could have my way, this would be one of the it's the main event to me. I think that this as a guy that really loves these two, I'll put it up there at the main event level. And if I had to pick, I'll keep it short and sweet. If I had to pick a winner right now, you gotta go with Big E. The man is on a roll. And he got his New Day brothers that are gonna be there with them too. Celebrate with they're gonna be celebrating. Instagram is gonna be popping off later that night with the wins with the New Day.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that's gonna be an epic match, and I'm very excited for this one for sure.
Jay, hot, cold, or warm, who's going to win?
Yo, I'm fire on this one. Like, I've been waiting for E to get the title for like the longest. And when he finally cashed in that Money in the Bank contract, it was just only a matter of time. I love the build up. I love the mind games he was playing with both champions. Like, it was beautiful. Like, everything, the setup was beautiful. Maybe everybody won't feel the same way that I do, but I felt like the build for it was just beautiful because it was a long time coming. Like,
Yeah.
Big E should have been champion a while ago, but like I'm definitely going with E on this one.
Yep.
Like, there's no way in hell that they would put that title on him after him winning Money in the Bank, him sitting here going through all of that.
Yep.
Like, they wouldn't sit here and do that to him.
Yep.
And maybe it's just like it's not me being biased or anything like that. It's just
It's good business.
Like, it's good for business, but like at the same time, Drew's already had his moment. Like, granted, it wasn't at the best time with the pandemic going on and everything like that. Like, it wasn't the best time, but he still had his moment. Like, the company chose to have him put the company on his back at the time.
Yep.
And he carried it.
Yep.
He carried it. He literally did. Even at last year, this past WrestleMania, he still did his thing. Like, granted, Bobby Lashley still won. I mean, at this time, it was Bobby's time.
Yeah.
Like, Bobby was long overdue.
Yep.
Bobby was long overdue.
Yep.
For the title. So, like, at this point, like, it's E's time. Like,
All right.
let him be that butterfly. He got to be a peacock. You got to let him fly. Let him fly. All right. It's like Jesus.
Yep. Absolutely. I am absolutely hot on this match. Here's the way I see this. Brock Lesnar, can you make Drew McIntyre a superstar and put the belt on him? Yeah, I can do that. Randy Orton, can you prove it's not a fluke and Drew deserves to be the champion? Yeah, I can do that. Hey, Drew, can you go out there and make Big E a legit champ and you go over to SmackDown and make waves? Yeah, Vince, I can do that. That's what this is. Drew is doing the favor on his way to SmackDown to make Big E the champion and solidify this wasn't a fluke because nobody hits harder, maybe other than one or two people, than Drew McIntyre. He lays it in. That Claymore is not a joke. He hits you flush in the jaw with it. And I'm telling you, this match is going to be hard hitting. It's going to be very physical. There's going to be some highs and lows in it. But at the end of the day, I believe Drew's going to go for the Claymore. Big E's going to sidestep, catch him in midair, hit the big ending. 1, 2, 3. Big E, you deserve it. Drew's going to jump up, shake his hand, and say, I'll see you down the road. And he's going to go to SmackDown. And spoiler alert, WrestleMania 38, Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. Drew takes down the Chief.
I see it happen.
I don't. I can have that one.
Don't tell me you don't want to see that, though, because that would be a great story.
No, I don't.
You don't want to see it?
No.
Okay, that's fine. But Tristen, what do you want to see in this match, and are you hot, cold, or warm for it?
right, so for this match, I'm definitely not for this match. Drew McIntyre looking to regain the WWE Championship. He had a 96-day reign by Elimination Chamber to Miz, if I'm not mistaken, right? Right? Big E, 35-day reign right now. Big E is a fighting champion. The stakes are high. This is a WrestleMania caliber match. Beat Bobby Lashley in a cage match. What else do we need to see? I'm going to go with Big E winning. The only way that Drew McIntyre is going to beat Big E is if Drew does something nasty, dastardly, and heelish in that match.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. All right, moving on to the next match. This is the match, I'm not going to lie, I may be looking forward to the most. Seth freaking Rollins, the rated R superstar Edge. Step inside Hell in a Cell. And for the first time in a long time, this is appropriate to have a Hell in a Cell match. And it fits the story perfectly. It's not a pay-per-view stipulation because that's the name of the pay-per-view. This rivalry has culminated to where this has to end. So let's do it in a way where both guys will never be the same, and let's put them both inside Hell in a Cell. So therefore, I'll start it, and I am hot for this match. This story is so good. Edge winning at SummerSlam, then Seth winning in Madison Square Garden, Seth invading Edge's home, Edge taking it to Seth the next week on SmackDown. They've gotten so personal. He's not Edge Light anymore. He's Seth freaking Rollins. There's a mutual respect as well as a mutual hatred. Everything Edge has ever done in his career, Seth has done the same things, and he's actually done them better. And I think this is the passing of the mantle. Who should win this match? Do you go with the feel-good story and Edge gets his redemption? Or do you cement the legacy of Seth Rollins and you let him finally put Edge behind him and get a win here? For the sake of the business going forward, and for the sake of the building of his ego and his character, I'm going with Seth. I think somehow, some way, Seth is willing to go just a little bit farther, and I think youth is on his side. And I think they're going to play into that. There's going to come a moment, I think Edge's injury history and his age is going to catch up to him, and Seth is going to have just that much more in the tank, and it's going to be enough to hit that stomp and put Edge down. And I just feel like that's what's going to happen. Tristen, hot, cold, or warm?
Man, I'm definitely hot for this match. Edge fan, Edge back in the day, love Edge today. Both men professionally are going to bring their A game because, like I said before, this is a WrestleMania caliber match. Seth Rollins violated Edge when he entered that man's home while his daughters was there. Let me tell you something. There's no, hey, let me talk a phone to my wife and blah, blah. Nah, bruh. Nah. Now I'm going to come to your house with your baby moms, right? With your brand new baby, and I'm going to snatch you up in your house because that's not how we're going to play, right? My man Seth Rollins, he stomped on Edge's head. He stomped his brain to oblivion. He needs to get even. Edge too. In this case, not like Bobby Lashley and Goldberg, but Edge needs to kill Seth Rollins. This match is going to be in a Hell in a Cell. It's going to be career altering. And you know what? For Edge, it might even be relationship altering. Because after that man entered his house, and he lose that match, and divorce his ass, I'm telling you.
Wow. Vertigo.
The winner for that one, Seth Rollins.
Ooh, okay. Vertigo. Hot, cold, or warm? Who's going to win and leave the cell?
I'm super hot for this one. This is obviously going to be a top tier match. They have yet to disappoint. Those two are two wrestlers that never really disappoint. So you know what this match is going to be. If you're a wrestling fan, you're definitely going to be excited for this one. Now, here's my only little bit of confusion is that you drafted them both to the same show.
That's so true.
The only way I see this match ending is, like I said, and like Tristan said, someone's got to die. Someone's got to get sent home to be with their kids and just stay off the show for a little bit of time and let the other one reign supreme. That's the only way this thing ends. We going to Hell in a Cell. Ain't no way both these men show up Monday.
Yep.
Hell no. And they already spoiled it in saying that Seth Rollins is definitely going to be there on the season premiere Monday Night Raw, which is this Monday. So you got to think, I got to go with Seth Rollins on this one. Seth Rollins, I think, coming back to Raw, and we all know that Raw over the few years is Seth Rollins' show. That's Monday Night Rollins. He has been running that show ever since he showed up there, and now he's back to take it over again. And what better way than slapping the taste out of Edge's mouth, taking over his home, and then sending him back there after breaking into his house. Seth Rollins got to win this match. Edge could come back in 3 months and still be the same Edge, still be the main eventer, still be the Hall of Famer, and no one will question it. Seth Rollins loses this match not only now after beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and they said it on commentary. They said, coming into this match, Seth Rollins has never lost at WrestleMania, and then he loses back-to-back 2 WrestleManias, one to Kevin Owens and one to Cesaro. I think that right now, Seth Rollins takes this win and goes back to being the main event star that he's supposed to be. It's got to be Seth Rollins, bro. Monday Night Rollins.
Jay, hot, cold, or warm? Who's going to win and leave the cell?
Well, I'm on super hot fire with this one. I'm definitely feeling this one. My thing about it is that I'm a little confused because, I feel like why would they, use this build to bring Edge back to go through all this trouble just for him to just leave again?
Because Edge requested it.
Yep.
And that's cool. And that's cool, but it's just like you came back to see if you can do this. Now you're gonna get ready to leave. Like, but then in my head I'm like, you don't leave this business. You don't ever really retire from the business. You never do. Like, you never retire from the business. So with everything that's said, like, Seth's got to win this match. As much as I want Edge to win this match, because it would just put everything in perspective because of all the stuff that he's gone through.
Yep.
From injury, retirement, all of the above. For the return, for WrestleMania matches, the triple threat with Roman, all of that hits hard.
Yep.
And for him to have this match and for him to win would be beautiful.
Okay.
That's not the life we live. That's not the life we live. And we all know that Seth is the guy. Seth is the guy.
Yep.
Like Matt said, he's Monday Night Rollins. Like, he's getting ready to be there, and he's gonna be that main event player again. Yeah. Like, he's been doing this mid-card stuff. He's been doing this mid-card stuff for a little bit too long, and now it's time for him to get back on the side. Yeah. It's just time. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna, as much as I don't want to go with it, I'm gonna go with Rollins.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. And when this is done, Seth Rollins versus Big E. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yes, please. All right. Going forward, guys, let's move into the next match. And we're going to do something a little different right now because Vertigo's got to hop off and go take care of some family business. And I definitely appreciate you spending all this time with us, man. So real quick, Vertigo, I'm going to go ahead and let you give us the last 2 takes real quick, just whatever you want to say about them, and then put yourself over, and then we'll let you out. And we'll go from there. So real quick, match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The man, Becky Lynch, defends against the EST, Bianca BelAir, and the boss, Sasha Banks. Vertigo, we'll start with you. Hot, cold, or warm?
I'm hot as hell for this match. You already know what these 3 women could do. You already know that, one, Vince is going to give them time because you know what they could do. If I had to pick a winner for this match, for real, I want to go with Sasha. Sasha is a star outside of WWE, she's a star. So, business perspective, why wouldn't you want her to be your champion? You know?
Yep.
So, for that match, I'm gonna go with Sasha. I can't even argue. There's nothing you can say bad about Sasha Banks, man.
All right. And real quick, Roman versus Brock. Hot, cold, or warm, and who's going to win?
See, a lot of people are not really excited for this match. I am so excited for this match. I think that the match itself, I'm gonna go warm, specifically because it's not a match that we haven't seen before. They're gonna do the same similar things that we've seen before. So there's nothing new that's gonna come out of this match. There's nothing in terms of the story. It's gonna be hot fire because the story, in my opinion, has nothing to really do with the competitors. It has everything to do with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is the story of this match, not the competitors, which is awesome because you don't get to see that in wrestling anymore, where the wrestlers are not the main focus. Is Paul Heyman.
Yep.
So this match is going to be gold. Look out for a lot of the commentary, a lot of the talking during this match. You know, Roman loves to throw in those ad libs every once and then. He loves to throw in those remarks when things get quiet. And I think that these two are going to have a banger match, but the story is way more important here than any match that they put on. It could go 5 minutes and I'll still be into it, glued, because I know where the story is going to lead. But if I have to pick a winner, I got to go with the big dog. I got to go with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar doesn't need this win. If you're going to have somebody beat Roman right now with the streak that he's on a roll with, it's got to be a babyface that you've built up over time to just take out this man. Someone's got to come and take out this man. And I don't think Brock Lesnar is the one. We've seen Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns a few times. Brock had the upper hand with him, but Roman has the last laugh. Roman's going into this match with a victory over Brock Lesnar. And you know that he's not, the way that they're building up Roman to be, he's not just going to sit back and be like, all right, it's just Brock Lesnar. Like, no, this man is going in knowing what Brock Lesnar could do. So you know that you're going to see a less cocky Roman in this match. You're going to see a more focused Roman. And when Roman is focused, he is deadly.
Yep.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh, smash him.
Smash him.
Smash him.
Stack him. Pin him. And send him home. Word.
Smash him.
Word.
Vertigo, thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for all your insight and your predictions. Real quick, put yourself over. Where can we watch you wrestle, and what's the territory champ got coming up?
Word, bro. So right now, definitely got to come out November 20th. I just won UWA Elite's Brawl for It All, and now I'm going one-on-one with the man, the champ himself, the UWA Elite champion, Vincent Valentine. I'm going to whip his ass. I'm going to drip drop him, and I'm going to walk out double drip Vertigo. People have been calling me DDV. It's me, it's DDV. And I'm walking out with the gold. Definitely follow me at Matt Vertigo on Twitter, Matt_Vertigo_Pro on Instagram. Appreciate the class, my man Jermaine, my man Jay Thunder. We gonna go buck wild when I walk out with that chip. So definitely come by and check it out. UWA Elite.
Absolutely, man. Awesome. Appreciate it, man. You have a good night, sir. Thank you.
Of course, y'all, rock and roll. I'm gonna be listening to what y'all saying. I'll be in the chat, so don't say nothing stupid. I'm gonna roast y'all.
Okay.
Don't say nothing stupid.
But then we try to go ahead and log off, man. And I'll later, man. Take care.
Later, bro.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Let's go back where we were to Bayley versus Sasha versus the man Becky Lynch. Tristen, let's come up to you. Hot, cold, or warm for this match, and who's going to leave with the SmackDown Women's Championship?
Let me tell you something. I am hot for this. Out of the three women in this group, I'm favorites of two-thirds of them. That being Bianca BelAir and Sasha Banks. In another life, Sasha Banks is probably my wife. I don't know. That's not the point. That's not the question that you asked.
I could dig
but it sucked when Becky Lynch beat Bianca in seconds SummerSlam. But this is Bianca's comeback. She's been getting it from both sides. She's been getting it from Becky. She's been getting it from Sasha. She's getting it from Charlotte Flair. This has been a great chase for Bianca Belair. This is going to be a must-see. But gotta watch out for Sasha, though. Which is hungry.
Mm-hmm.
She wants the belt back. But Bianca's even hungrier because she wants to right the wrong against her that Becky Lynch did by beating her quickly. So again, if I had $1 to bet, that dollar's going to go on Bianca Belair.
Really? Interesting. Wow. Okay. Jay, hot, cold, or lukewarm, and who's going to leave with the SmackDown Women's Championship?
Well, I'm with Tristen on this one. Like, yo, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be fire. I think that as much as I want Bianca to win, they did this for a reason, and I still see Becky keeping the title. I still see her keeping the title just because, like, because that was at Mania, right?
SummerSlam.
It was at SummerSlam. Yes, I'm sorry. That was at SummerSlam where, you know, Becky came back and it was bogus. It was like the way that they treated Bianca was bogus because, like, she didn't really have that reign that she was supposed to. She didn't go against anyone that she could actually sit here and be like, oh well, yeah, it's about to go down. We about to square up. Like, she didn't have that opponent that she needed, and then Becky comes back, literally just demolishes her like no problem, and that just that took all her momentum and just like Thanos, like literally just like Thanos, and just demolished it all, turned it into dust. So. But for some strange reason, I think that they're doing something. I don't know what they're doing. I feel like in the end, once this is all over with, I think Bianca is going to wound up with the championship back. But the thing is that they're doing something right now. And I think this is just because of the fact that Becky's back and she's healthy and she's missed so much time that they're giving her this, and Sasha is just really along for the ride. As much as like Sasha herself doesn't have, like, there are people now that say, Sasha, what else does Sasha need to do?
Yeah.
What does she need to do? Like,
win a Royal Rumble. That's about it.
Yeah. What does she need to do? She doesn't need to do anything. That's that, like, winning the Queen of the Ring or winning a Royal. That's all she needs to do. Other than that, she's won the tag titles. She's won both Raw and SmackDown
and NXT.
So she's pretty much how they would say, a Grand Slam champion.
Right.
Excuse me. But like I said, if I had to say it, like, Becky is probably going to walk out of Crown Jewel with the title.
Okay.
Like, bar none.
Okay. I'm also hot for this match. The people that watch me and follow me know Becky Lynch is my girl, and I love her to the moon. She's incredible. Her in-ring ability has grown tremendously. She's so much better than she even was when she left to go have the baby. It's like she learned a whole bunch of new tricks. I know she trained with some MMA fighters, and I know they've taught her a few new quick strike attacks, and I can see it. Sasha is now a full-time member of the SmackDown roster. Charlotte has just come over to the SmackDown roster while still being the Raw Women's Champion. Bianca and Becky were both drafted to Raw. Becky is the current SmackDown Women's Champion. Having said that, I think they're trying to set up something interesting at Survivor Series, which is two women holding the opposite championships of the brands that they're on. And what will that look like at Survivor Series? I don't think that's
winner take all.
Maybe a winner take all, or it may just simply be, hey, that we've never done this before. Is there going to be an interesting switch in loyalty or an interesting switch in perception because I'm holding the Raw Women's Championship, but I'm on SmackDown. I'm holding the SmackDown Women's Championship, but I'm on Raw. So that being said, that rules out Sasha right there. Sasha is going to be a thorn in Charlotte's side coming on Friday. I don't think she's going to win this match. So we're coming down to Becky versus Bianca. I think this is going to be the retribution to get over what happened at SummerSlam. And I think because Sasha screwed, not Sasha, because Charlotte screwed us out of an awesome ending to a match on Raw where she pulled a steel chair in to get herself disqualified. Bianca needs retribution for that match as well. Bianca Belair is going to win this match. She's going to regain the SmackDown Women's Championship. And then she and Charlotte will see each other at Survivor Series. And this time, it might be a no DQ match. And I think the AST is going to take down the Queen. And that's just my opinion. So we'll see how it goes, though.
I would love for that to happen. So that whole segment that happened at NXT, you don't even go here.
And by
I would love for that.
And by doing that, Jay, she will complete her prophecy where she said, "I am going to beat all 4 horsewomen."
Yeah.
She does that, she fulfills her prophecy. All right.
We'll see. Like I said, we'll see, because I don't know what WWE's doing. So
yep. I don't think they do half the time either. All right. Let's get to the main event. The main event. It will be shocking if this isn't the main event at the final end of the night. The tribal chief, the big dog, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman at his side for now, versus the beast incarnate, the next big thing, Brock Lesnar, who has returned for the Universal Championship, but also has returned to just flat out have fun and mess around with Roman and mess around with Paul Heyman. We don't know where Paul Heyman stands. That's the fun of this story. And I'm interested to see what you guys think. So I'm going to start this one and just get it out of the way, and then I want to hear all you guys want to talk about. I'm, of course, red hot for this match. The story is so good. It's the best story in pro wrestling, in my opinion. It is done so well from SummerSlam of last year when Roman made his re-debut after the battle he had with his sickness during COVID. And then we turned the camera, Paul Heyman sitting next to him. We're like, what the heck is going on here? And then the story has just been great. The opponents he's run through, the way he's brought prestige back to that championship, the way he snacked, smashed, and grabbed and pinned everybody that's gotten his way, including legend after legend after legend. No pushovers. He hasn't defeated a pushover. They've all been top A+ guys. From John Cena to Cesaro to Daniel Bryan to Edge. I mean, good grief. They're all amazing. And his resume is bar none. He has a chance now to go up against the Beast, Brock Lesnar, and put him down at Crown Jewel and keep that title. But the wild card in all of this is the guy on the side of the ring. And where does he stand in this match? I think Paul Heyman honestly doesn't know where he stands until the bell rings. And that final hand gets raised. And then he'll go, oh, I was with you the whole time. And that probably could be where this ends up being. I don't know. I almost think in the middle of the match, they're going to both beat each other. But all of a sudden, they're going to go, you've been playing us this whole time. and that could be what happens too. Paul Heyman's a once in a multiple lifetime talent and brilliant mind. And he's put together a great story with the greatest of cast. So I think, just for the sheer logic of where the story's going, I think Roman retains. But he may leave Crown Jewel with the title, and he may not leave with Paul. So we'll see. Tristen, hot, cold, or warm, and what's going to happen?
This one, I'm definitely hot for this one. What's going to happen? Before I tell you what's going to happen, there's some things that we all have to consider. Roman Reigns is time world champion, 16 times. Something else for us to consider, in an alternate reality, this match is not Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. It's Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. So we're all sitting around talking about loyalty. Okay, I think that Paul Heyman playing both sides of the fence, because easily double dipped matches, but that's just not how the cards fell. Right? Brock Lesnar is on defeat at Crown Jewel. In 2008, he defeated Braun Strowman for the vacant Universal Championship. In 2018, he defeated Cain Velasquez. In 2021, will Brock Lesnar go 3-0 against Roman Reigns? Is Heyman the secret? I don't know. Every time that Brock Lesnar won, Heyman's been in his corner. Roman Reigns, though, on the other hand, is also undefeated at Crown Jewel, but he only has one match. That match that he won, it was the Hogan versus Team Flair. The theater is that Roman Reigns had help that time. and that has help as well too. Roman Reigns comes in there with so there's a lot of accolades surrounding this Universal Championship. There's been five, including Roman Reigns, 5 Universal Champions, with Roman Reigns being the WWE Universal Champion at 414 days. The question that we ask ourselves is not, the only question that we ask ourselves is not what side Paul Heyman is on. It's will Roman Reigns continue to make history? Fun fact, Brock Lesnar never held the WWE Universal Championship. Think about it, he's never held it. So who's going to win? Bro, I can't even tell you. I don't even want to spit on that one. But if I had to bet it, you want me to participate and tell you who's going to win and who's going to lose? Tribal Chief. Acknowledge him.
You're confident he's never been Universal Champion?
Positive.
Wow. I thought
positive.
I thought he was, and then oh gosh. I thought he was, and Seth Rollins beat him for it.
I think it was the Raw Championship.
Wasn't it Universal at the time and it was red?
I don't know. I'll check my talk.
Okay, I could be dead wrong on that.
Actually, no, you're right. You're right.
Okay.
One time.
Yeah,
he's been Universal Champion one time.
No, twice, because he had the Money in the Bank and he beat Seth for it. So he had it twice, and then Seth beat him at SummerSlam to get it back.
Good point. Actually,
yeah. I kept thinking, I was like,
we forget about that.
Yeah, I just keep thinking, I'm like, I thought I saw Brock with a red belt on his shoulder. I thought he had it. So, but no, okay, that's wow, dude. What a I'm even more hyped now than I was. Jay, hot, cold, or warm, and is the Tribal Chief going to reign supreme?
Well, everyone knows that, like, just by the shirt that I have on, I'm hot. I'm hot on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely hot on it. And I've kind of noticed that this has kind of been the theme. Like, this crown jewel is actually something to talk about.
Yes.
For once. It's something to talk about. And because usually we look at crown jewel and we're like, this is gonna be a shit show. Like, this crown jewel actually looked like it's gonna be interesting. When it comes down to Roman versus Brock, I still gotta go with Roman Reigns.
Yep.
I have to. Like, I gotta go with Roman. As much as I want to go with Brock, because it, like, the storyline is just beautiful though. Like, Paul Heyman being the storyline is just amazing.
It is.
It is beautiful. Like, I think that the fact that Brock doesn't, like, he still, for some strange reason, like, even if Brock isn't talking, it still feels like his mic skills are like something.
Yep.
He doesn't say anything. Or if he does say something, it's not much.
Right.
And it's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. Like, it just shows that he does, like, it's lovely to have Paul Heyman, but he don't need Paul Heyman. He doesn't. Doesn't need him at all. But at the same time, like, I think that Roman is benefiting a lot more from Paul Heyman than Brock is, because Brock can do this without it. Yeah, granted, he'll come, like, Brock will, like, Paul will come back. He always does. Always. He's done that numerous amount of times. If you guys don't know, like, when Brock first came, he was there.
Yeah.
When he came back, he was there. And he also had Curtis Axel. So, like, it didn't matter.
CM Punk.
Yeah, CM Punk. That's another one. CM Punk. Brock was there, and he flipped between those two big stars. So Paulie will be back. He'll be back. But for the time being, Roman is where it's at right now.
That's where it is.
Thank you, Tristen. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, all of you that are watching live and all of you that are watching this replay on YouTube. Once again, if you haven't yet started following our channel, we're so close to 100 followers on Twitch. Please go to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SmackDraw, and follow us and announce yourself every time we go live. We would love to talk to you in the chat. Also, if you're watching our YouTube channel right now, youtube.com/SmackDraw podcast, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell so every time we post a video, you'll get notified immediately. We thank you again, as always, for being with us. Listen to us on whatever major podcast platform you prefer. Go to our Patreon and our PayPal and follow us there. Subscribe to us, and we promise you we'll give you more and more good content. Mr. Tristen Law, please put yourself over. Where can we find you on social media, and what does the man have coming in the near future?
Brother, before I put myself over, I want to put you, okay? So everybody out there, go ahead and subscribe, pay Patreon, do all the other stuff the brothers have to do, because you guys go ahead and do it for big time. The big time people got corporations behind the little guy, all right? Help out the little guy. But if you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at The Real Big Tris, The Real Big Tris, and that's where you can find me. I got some wrestling matches coming up. I'm getting ready to wrestle in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey this Friday. And in a couple weeks, I'm getting ready to defend CPW Tag Team Championships against two other teams that don't deserve to be in the ring with us, but we'll be in there with them. That'll be in New York somewhere. I got wrestler brand. I've been hit in the head before.
There you go.
Highland Mills. He'll be in New York. Yep.
Highland Mills, New York. All right. We'll definitely be looking for you in that. Mr. Thunder, put yourself over. Where can we find you on social media? What does the Thunder Man have coming in the near future?
So yeah, guys, you guys can definitely check me out on the for Twitch. You know, it's VJ Thunder. I'm trying as best as I can with my busy schedule to be able to, you know, stream a little bit more, do some gaming streaming, and do the best I can. It's been kind of hard because I just, if you guys didn't know, any guys that you know me personally, I just had a second child. So
congratulations, man.
I am. Thank you. So I am. You know, I'm busy being a girl dad. So, but yeah, you guys can check me out at the J Thunder on Twitch. You guys can check me out at J Thunder 2009 on Twitter, right here, somewhere. I'm gonna assume.
Yep,
it's like right here somewhere. And you guys can definitely check out, you know, some of my stuff. Like I'll definitely post it on Twitter, and like you can definitely check out things of that nature. Definitely, if you guys are into the Chicago area, definitely check out our wrestling school, Chicago Style Wrestling. Our guy Steve Boz, really great guy. He's been able to be on house shows and wrestling and with the E at some point in time. And not only that, I'm getting ready to have my first match in a promotion called Crash Tested Wrestling.
Awesome.
In Hobart, Indiana. And I will be making my debut. I'll be there. I'll be bringing the Thunder, and also at CSW, Chicago Style Wrestling Northland, which will be in Woodstock, Illinois as well. I will be I will be taking on a wonderful character by the name of Lennox Leon. We will be going, my manager, Big Business Levi, we will be going against them in a handicap match, and hopefully my homie doesn't mess it up. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you can follow me at BamaDave24. You can follow the Bammer Slammer Wrestling Podcast at Bammer Slammer, and follow the brand, Smacked Raw Podcast brand, at Smacked Raw Podcast on our Twitter. And we just thank you again. Again, thank you, Tris. Thank you, Jay Thunder. Thank you, Mr. Matt Vertigo. Thank you for all you guys have contributed, all of you that are watching wherever you are and listening wherever you are. Until the next time we drop the hammer, we'll see you next time here on the Bammer Slammer. Have a good night, everybody.